it's Bella.
And Ty. Welcome back to the show.
This week we have another short show for you. First is a story on mental health. Take it away.
In the busy world of school, work, and sports, people often overlook their mental health.
I make it part of my routine to make sure that I'm doing okay mentally.
I try to reflect on my mental health probably daily, but it's hard with life and school and everything else. So at least once a week I try to take a real good look at where I'm at.
I reflect about every day, every minute of the hour.
Mental health is incredibly important as it can affect your relationships and how you do not only in school but also in other areas.
Good mental health really impacts your physical well-being. It impacts your social well-being with making relationships and kind of keeping friends and those kinds of things. And it really just impacts your ability to do school and life in general.
Even though maintaining good mental health can be hard, there are always ways to help maintain it.
With my mental health, there's a lot of things. Being around my friends a lot who support me in a lot of different ways.
I would say the thing that improves my mental health the most is my family, so my husband and my kids. When I'm having a rough day, I like to go home and kind of surround myself with those people.
When I have good days with my dad, we'll go work on my car, I'll change my oil.
Although mental health can be an obstacle, there are some things we can do to help it.
My biggest tip is just to find people and things that you love and enjoy and make sure that you make time for those things. And those things keep you happy and that keeps your mental health good.
I love doing things with wood and carving and building a whole lot of things with wood, concrete. I love doing concrete. Some people don't, but I love doing concrete and outdoors work and construction work.
Remember to check in on your mental health routinely. If you need help, reach out because people do care. This has been Gavin, Teddy, and Danielle, Noise News.
Thanks, team. Mental health is very important, so make sure you take some time to check in on yourself.
Agreed. Hey Bella, do you have any book recommendations?
No, I can't find any good ones. I've looked everywhere.
Hey, wait, I just remembered some of our very own Spectrum students are writing books.
OMG! That's so cool. Did we do a story on that?
Yes, we did.
Cool! Take it away, team.
Creative writing is one of the many outlets students at Spectrum have, and it's an important one for students writing books.
I'd say writing is something I want to pursue as a job. Maybe not full-time though. I'd say it's something I want to do on the side as more of like a hobby, but also something to make money from.
I want to publish so I can actually live off my writing.
I find writing really interesting and I do a lot of it in my free time, and I've made a lot of outlines for books, but I've never gotten to writing them. But I do find writing really interesting.
Group and independent work creates books students can share with each other.
Mostly it's just been with family, and I've shared it through emailing the document to family members or friends.
I tell a lot of my friends, and sometimes my friends tell their friends. I share documents with the friends so they can proofread it and stuff, and I tell my parents, and my parents tell other people. So it's just a lot of people talking to other people.
I've been able to share a couple of my other stories with others. I haven't shared this one yet because it's only on paper.
Each creative mind creates unique stories in different genres.
It's a murder mystery sort of revenge type book where the main character is in a circus and the circus members keep dying.
I would say it's fantasy. My motivations is I read a lot of fantasy and you write what you know. So if you write fantasy, you should read fantasy. If you write sci-fi, you should read sci-fi. It's just that correlation. And also fantasy is really fun to write.
It's horror, and I really just wanted to write something that was different and wasn't fantasy like a lot of them. But I also always read horror stories, and I find them most interesting.
The main summary of the book I'm writing right now is it's about a bard who wants to be a plumber, and that's basically the summary. Also, his family wants him to be a bard, and in his culture, you listen to your family.
The class of high school students are on a field trip, and then they find themselves at the bottom of the cliff, where they then proceed to go through different horror stories and have to try to find a way to escape.
Students face different challenges when creating stories.
Having the motivation to write it and the time to write it are a big deal, but also trying to find ideas and what to do, and with having different horror stories, just finding enough horror stories to incorporate in the book.
I'm really struggling with how to begin it. I have begun it, but I don't like the beginning, so I've rewritten the beginning a couple of times.
I'm writing this book with my best friend, and there are a little bit of challenges that come in the way with it, such as getting an idea across, like trying to communicate well with each other and both having the same ideas about things.
Planning the book, naming characters, deciding their personalities, and just generally forming scenes, it was a little bit difficult.
But no matter the challenge, young writers persevere to create new ideas and share with communities. This has been Naomi and Tucker, Noise News.
Great story, team.
Hey Ty, what's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I'm just reflecting on last semester. I miss it.
Well, guess what? You're not alone. Many other students have been reflecting too.
With the end of the semester, students are taking a look back.
It's pretty hard trying to keep up with all the work and all the tests and just like all the things you have to do in high school. I never expected it to be like this busy.
I think so far my first semester has been pretty good. There's been a lot of stress overall with keeping up with homework and trying to keep my grades up as high as I can.
It was fun. It was a little chaotic, but it was good. I met a lot of new people.
Along with the difficulties, there have been many accomplishments.
We won a hockey game one time in gym class.
My biggest highlight was probably chamber wins and getting into the honor band.
Just the fact that I've been able to keep my grades up and
Students are
all
looking forward
A's
to many
and
things
I
with the
think
coming
1B
semester.
at this point.
I'm looking forward to the new classes that change over the semester and
probably summer.
This has been Ty and Savannah, Noise News.
Wow, you know what? I kinda missed last semester too. I don't like changes.
You know what won't change? Sports.
Over to you, sports.
Hey, this is Teddy with the sports segment. On Tuesday, there's a girls basketball C-team game against Parnassus Preparatory and girls JV varsity and boys varsity basketball against United Christian Academy. On Thursday, there is a wrestling match at Fridley. On Friday, there is a girls basketball C-team game against St. Francis and boys and girls JV and varsity basketball games versus Heritage Christian Academy. Lastly, on Saturday, the boys C-team has the tournament versus Eagle Ridge Academy, and there's a girls-only wrestling tournament versus Pine Island. Another sports announcement, there's a story about the dance team performing at the Timberwolves game. Take it away, Ruby and Belle.
The Spectrum Sting dance team made Spectrum history a few weeks ago by gaining the opportunity to perform at a Minnesota Timberwolves game on Wednesday, January 3rd.
We got invited back in August, and so this has been kind of in the works since then.
The Timberwolves performance was very different from our normal competitions and performances just because it's a much bigger environment and we got invited to go there.
You have like a different audience. It's like much bigger. You aren't just looking at one side of bleachers.
Just being able to dance in that big of a room and that big of a space was cool.
This performance, however, didn't go the way as previously planned.
So originally our plan was to have everybody who's in the program be out on the floor at the Timberwolves. But sometimes that's not the case when you have different situations, maybe an injury, or maybe there's a different situation where they're not able to perform for XYZ.
Some of those challenges were just like remembering the new corrections or the formation changes that we had to change a lot.
And you just have to adapt. I mean, that's what dancers do on the floor.
Although they had challenges, the dance team overcame them and kicked their way to a successful performance.
It was such a unique experience for us. We had never done it before, so we were all really nervous. We all felt that way, and so because we all felt that way, we were able to understand it and help each other get through it.
When you come and you're sitting in the seats and then you see the dancers come in from the side on the tunnel onto the floor, it's just a goosebump moment for them.
Getting to dance and have fun and get to see people that we love, like our family, like sitting there watching us and cheering us on.
We learned to come together as a team.
This has been Belle and Ruby, Noise News.
Great segment, guys.
Well, Sting, that's all the news we have for you this week. This has been Bella
and Ty, keeping you in on the noise.
Well, guess what you're whoa, sorry.